Welcome to the Alternative Products Podcast, the ultimate hub for counterculture enthusiasts and innovators. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the world of alternative products together.
So for our next episode on the podcast, we have David with Foreskin. David, can you tell us a little bit about Foreskin, about the company? How'd you guys come up with the name? Very clever name. And a little bit more about what your product is.
So, firstly, the name and the product. What I made is started out to make a face product.
Okay.
You know, anti-aging, anti-wrinkling. From there, when I was doing that, it was 3 years of R&D. You know, when I was doing that, I wanted a plant-based, petroleum-free product.
Okay.
Because your body doesn't want petroleum, and I wanted naked ingredients.
Yeah.
You know, as minimal as possible. So my formulas came out with no sulfates, no sulfates, no nitrates, no alcohols, no acids, no nothing. They're just bare naked ingredients.
Yeah.
My scent-free product that has hypoallergenic repair for eczema. I have a tattoo and laser product as well, which is scent-free. And all that's in those is 6 ingredients: 5 cannabinoids, hemp-derived, and olive oil in an infused process that is proprietary to us.
Okay, and you said 5 different cannabinoids. Is there specific ones that you guys use, and is there reasons behind that?
Yeah. So if you understand cannabinoids, some of them will work against each other. So so I don't use any THC in my products. I'm going to the CB2 receptors, which is through your skin.
Okay.
And so the cannabinoids I use have an appetite for your CB2 receptors. I use a blend of CBD. I use Delta 8.
Okay.
Some people give me heat for Delta 8 in there, and usually when they do, I realize that they don't know their cannabinoids.
Yeah.
Delta 8 has an infinite appetite for your CB2 receptor. That's why it's in there. A
Oh, wow.
side effect of Delta 8 is if you smoke it, you might get a little buzz, but you're going to crash right down. That's
Right.
what happens with it. But it has an infinite appetite to your CB2. And then I use CBG, CBN, and CBC.
Right. Now, when you're applying them to your skin, Delta 8 is not going to affect you psychoactively. That's only if you're ingesting it
Correct.
through smoking
Correct.
or edibles.
Inhalation or ingestion, Delta 8 will give you a psychoactive. But again, that's a side effect, and it's a limited curve, so that it'll bump you up and then it'll crash you down.
Yeah.
Because it's not, it's not really, it doesn't really like the CB1 receptor. Again, it's a side effect.
Oh, okay, so it's the Delta 8 cannabinoid is more geared towards therapy through the skin rather than the ingesting and inhaling.
Therapy through the CB2 receptor, and that's, when we first synthesized Delta 8 back in the late 70s, that's what we realized was that the Delta 8 has this infinite appetite for CB2, but it will work against your CB1. It'll agonize it or wake it up, and then it'll kick it out.
Okay, and that's the feeling of that hungover feeling in the morning after you took a couple too many gummies.
Or if you smoke a little bit of vape with Delta 8, you get a little buzz, and then you smoke some more, and it crashes you down. You don't get a buzz; it'll take you down.
Okay.
That's why, because of the curve. I spend my time in the medical R&D research side of things.
Awesome. And you did mention that before the interview. What can you tell us about your process with the research and development of your products, and specifically the medical side of things, as you said?
Yeah. So when I started out to make a anti-aging, anti-wrinkling, spot reducing, chemo preventative, and cancer fighting face product.
Okay.
For sensitive skin. And that's what I started to make. And when I sent that formula to the lab, that night I cut my finger by accident, and I needed stitches, but I didn't go get stitches. And the next day I ragged it up, and the next day when I opened it up, it was not just it needed stitches, it was a gash. And I had nothing, and I just took this stuff and jammed it in, but I took a photo of it, and it soothed it.
Yes.
And so when it soothed it, I was like, I know what's in it, I'll just keep using this. And in 21 days, a microsurgeon couldn't have healed this like with stitches the way that my product healed it.
Amazing.
So then I developed a little more.
Awesome. Awesome. And you say you rubbed it in there. Is it just cream? Is there powder base? How is that working with that?
So it's really like it's more like an ointment.
Okay.
Okay, but because it's what it is this technology. I made it internally, and our company is really ICI Bioscience, and this is our consumer brand we came out with.
Okay.
That product or that technology is really geared for medicine. For instead of bacitracin or Neosporin, those are all like 97-98% petroleum. And I have no petroleum and will out-heal and outperform those products.
Wow, and that's based off of your research on the cannabinoids that you're putting in there, or is there more to it?
So it's based on research, and then when I realized what it did to my hand, I went and got a tattoo, and I stripped the formula down and made it less concentrated, and I healed the tattoo about 35% faster on self-testing with no scabbing and no itching. So then what I did is tested it with a burn test, and I had a friend come and did. It's kind of whatever, people think it's weird, but it's only weird if you make it weird.
Right. Well, you took the research and development into your own hands, is what I understand. Yeah. And you had a friend brand you with. What exactly was it that they used?
So I went to Home Depot and I got barbecue pitchforks.
Okay.
Right, and we taped them together and we heated them up on the gas stove, made white hot steel.
Wow.
And I had him brand me 5 times across my belly, which is the most sensitive part you could get, one of the most sensitive parts you can get on your body. And these weren't little burns, these were major 3rd and 4th degree burns that went all the way through the layers.
Wow.
I was able to, and I did a control test with these products. I have petroleum off the shelf at CVS, and those products caused my skin to rash out, and I was able to fix those problems with my product. The thing is there's no scar tissue that's developed, which is incredible, and there's no pigmentation loss. And so for people who have a fresh wound, or if they get surgery, let's say heart surgery, or maybe a mastectomy from breast cancer, they could use we have a product they could use, and it will heal them with as little possible hyperpigmentation in the skin that you would ever find, and without the scar tissue. And the scar tissue, as we know, is a big problem later in life.
Awesome. And speaking a little bit about your demographic, what's the demographic that you're looking to aim towards, and how'd you come up with that?
So originally the demographic, my premise is, I'm not here to make money, I'm here to help people.
Okay.
My products help people.
Yeah.
And there's lots of money as long as you're helping people,
Absolutely.
The demographic originally started out to be more of an aging demographic, where people have a lot of neuropathy or arthritis, and they're developing that kind of pain and they need some relief. What we found is that topicals that are out there a lot of them don't work. And this stuff works. That demographic has broadened out into young through to old. So I didn't think that we would have a very good market in the younger category until I started running into some skateboarders, and some extreme athletes who always hurt themselves.
Yes.
And now I've got some skateboarders that are like thanking us. They're posting on social and they're like, "Yo, I couldn't skate today if it wasn't for this stuff," and they're getting relief, which is huge. And same thing with some athletes, pitchers. You get some shoulder tension. Excuse me.
Yep.
Same idea. Okay, so we're loosening them up.
Awesome. And when you're basically, are you guys in any stores? Are you set for mass production, or is it just, or how are you working that on that end as far as the business side goes?
So we're launching here at this event, and thank you for having us.
Absolutely, thanks for being here. Yes.
And it's more of a formal launch, just so it's the first event that we're doing. And so what I did is I created a dealer package at a tremendous discount so that they can actually get the product into their store, and get people to try it,
Awesome.
I also have availability, through our website. We do some sale, but I'm protecting the price, so the MSRP is the MSRP, and the dealers can do very well with this product. But more importantly than the dealers doing well, it's the people who are using it that are going to do well.
Got you. So you set the price for them. You don't want them to sell it for any more than it is selling online. Is that correct?
That's kind of how I did it. So
Okay.
I said it, typically in my train of thought, a dealer wants to make double their money.
Right.
So I give them half off as an everyday price.
Okay.
Right. And an intro promo that we're doing here because of you guys at the show,
Yes.
is show only. We're doing 12 of each unit, which is an MSRP of like $1,900, and we're doing it at 75% off. And just to get it in, we'll give them POP, literature, a banner, and send them the product and try test it and true.
Awesome. And to get it into these stores, what processes have you gone through? Are there any patents that you had to make sure were in place already? And did you have to put through patents for your own products as well?
So I have some proprietary technology that we're working on. We're pending.
Okay.
For what I'm doing, I didn't have any conflict because of how we're going after it.
Yes.
And you got to be very careful. So these are, like I said, relief-providing moisturizers. They're
Right.
a cosmetic beauty brand.
Yes.
We just actually got nominated. I just got told last week that we're the finalists in the London Health and Beauty Awards
Wow.
for 2023 for Outstanding Achievement and Best New Ingredient.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what we've got is pretty incredible.
Awesome. And because there's some cannabinoids within the product, as far as the legalities of that, do you have to are there certain markets that you can't go into, or how's that on?
It's interesting. The only place that we can't sell is to marijuana dispensaries.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're 50 state legal, hemp derived, but when you get into the legal marijuana dispensary, they have to run. I guess I can. I just need to use a Schedule 6 facility. There's a lot of legality things to go through because they track their things from seed to sale through metrics.
Yes.
And I don't need to do that. I'm retail shelf ready. I could be in CVS or anywhere. It took me 400 hours of legal research to do these labels to make sure they're compliant.
Wow.
And what I found is that most of the companies that are big brands, not in this cannabis space, just in the retail world, are not compliant in their labels.
Right.
Like people that you use them every day and they're not compliant. And here we made sure we are.
Awesome. And so that's the legality side of things. Is there anything else that you want to say about the product to let the people know what they should know about the product, and where can they find it as well?
Sure. So firstly, the name.
Yes.
Right.
We didn't touch on that. Yes.
The name is Foreskin.
Right.
You could take it cleaner, you could take it dirty, however you want. What we did is made sure that we took what could be perceived as a dirty name and we made it clinically clean. Why did we name it that? Well, because that's what it's for.
For your skin.
It's for your skin.
Right.
If you think anything other than that, get your mind out of the gutter, brother.
There it is. That's what it is.
And so that's the deal with that. The other thing with the name is, look, I'm not new, and we're in consumer packaged goods, right? If this product didn't work, I couldn't name it that.
There it is.
That's how much confidence we have in the brand. Is it works? We name it that. All they got to do is try it. Once they try it, they're going to keep coming back for it.
Yes.
As far as what should you know about it, everything. There's no petroleum, no sulfates, no alcohols, no acids, no fillers. We have naked ingredients for your skin. Hypoallergenic repair, tattoo, and laser is 6 ingredients, 5 cannabinoids and olive oil infused in my process to make it the way it is.
Awesome.
And everything on the scented side is that's a blend of 12 terpenes with the 5 cannabinoids infused into my proprietary carrier or olive oil.
So there is a scent to it, and is the scent changing? Is it the same scent for the other products?
So the scent that we have, what we have is different strengths.
Okay.
So I have the Restore and Renew has some scent that's for the face, right?
Yeah.
And it has some scent.
Okay.
Not as strong as the muscle and nerve. The scent is there for a reason, and the scent is an accident.
Okay.
The scent came by blending 12 terpenes into this infusion at different concentrations, different ratios, all for specific reasons. And that is the scent that came out of it. And it's pleasant. People are actually liking it. What's really interesting is the scent will absorb it will absorb into your skin too. So it won't last on your skin forever.
Right.
The scent is there to wake up the CB2 receptors.
Yep.
And then allow them to receive the cannabinoids with the terpenes into your body.
Awesome. And how are you sourcing the cannabinoids for this?
Most of our cannabinoids are coming through Kentucky hemp farms.
Okay. Nice. And then you have a process of doing that, of getting them infused into your product.
No, we do that. Yeah, that's
your
what
end.
we do on our end. Yeah, so we'll take the raw materials, the ingredients, 98%, 99%, depending on the cannabinoid, and then we infuse them. Then we formulate from there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
well,
it's pretty wild.
David, I want to thank you for being on the podcast. Anything else you want to share with our audience?
Try it out. Put it on your skin. That's what it's for.
It's for skin. There you
For
go.
skin.
Here we are.
I even like it on my face.
There it is. There it is.
Good.
Here we are.
Thank
you
you,
so
brother.
much.
Hey,
Thanks
I
for being on the
appreciate you,
podcast.
man.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Yeah.
All right.
As the industry continues to evolve, so will we, bringing you the latest trends, innovations, and stories from the front lines. Don't forget to share this podcast with your friends, family, and industry peers to help us spread the word and continue to grow this community. Thank you for being a part of the Alternative Products Podcast.